And so you can probably now kind of reverse engineer how Pablo created the edge tools, because he would sit in classes just like this and he would think of, okay, well, if we're just doing this, how can I just build a tool that just makes life a lot easier? So ideally, we'd want to find something, and I actually really like this, by the way. What can we find that's cheap relative to copper? Because that would be a really good trade, guys. Being able to find, because we know that copper is expensive. I mean, we know that Lennar is expensive relative to copper. Sicko is expensive relative to copper. This is a cool trade. I really like this Lennar. And two, I like that Lennar traded up here, and now it's, you know, possibly going to fail with the market pulling back, with the economy. I mean, those GDP numbers were disastrous. I mean, absolutely disastrous. Okay, so Travis went through the copper equities and nothing is cheap relative. So then I would go and look at different industries to find things that are cheap relative to copper. I'd be very, I mean, there's got to be something out there. And this is the rabbit hole I talked about going down. It's out there. It's just, we got to go do the work. I don't know, GE scares me. I really tend to stay away from these battleground stocks because I always feel like trading a name like Tesla right now. I don't know anything. I just don't like this at all. Wow, look at it going back 5 years with Lennar and copper. I would say without a doubt, these are correlated, guys. Without a, I mean, right? What about if we go to Impactopia? I'm just gonna, Impactopia, guys, is for newer guys, it's the correlation tool that we use. It's awesome, it's free, Impactopia. Everybody should use it. You just put a name in, Lennar, include ETFs, exclude, you know, right away. I mean, that's down 11% year to date, up 23% over 12 months. RYL. Oh, now we're talking. Oh, these are moving. Wow. And their vol's awesome. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. This we don't need anymore. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. We don't need copper anymore. Does RYL not exist? Did they get bought out or something? I'm going to go MDC. Right now, I'm just looking for things that are down. It's kind of like a little cheat sheet. And I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for. I love the beta on these things because it just says that they can freaking move. HOV, TMHC, MTH, Meritage. Okay, too many. I'm going to take out HOV because it's just been, you know, it hasn't been correlated. Like, so this comes out right away because the correlations broke down and it never came back. So I'm taking that down. HOV, see ya. What's my other yellow? Let's just change the color so I know what I'm looking at here. Ooh, MDC. Okay. What is that? MTH. I would have to learn more about that. MDC, even better than Lennar. Housings are really good trades, guys. You can see just how tightly correlated they all are. MDC. I gotta tell you, I'm a put buyer in MDC. It's got crazy volatility. Let's go look at the options. Does this make sense, guys? Everything that I'm doing, I know, I mean, this is what I'll do for every single trade. Moderna, right? That's what it was. MDC. Good. Awesome. Good. Yeah, so it's just, and you can see this is the rabbit hole. And this is, the more you do this, that's why I'll say creativity always wins. And so you can probably now kind of reverse engineer how Pablo created the edge tools, because he would sit in classes just like this and he would think of, okay, well, if we're just doing this, how can I just build a tool that just makes life a lot easier? MDC looks really expensive relative to the world. So let's go to Option Slam. Option Slam is what we use for earnings. And since we're in earnings season, let's see where MDC's earnings are. It looks like they've already released earnings here, so that kind of stinks. But this tells me that the market is not really waiting for earnings for this thing to move. I'm sure it's moving relative to the entire industry, the housing industry, more so than its financials, than its earnings. EVR goes from 0 to 10. It's just a scale for how volatile a stock is after its earnings release. And if you want to learn more about that for newer guys, that's going to be in the Earnings Academy content.